that were that hard. I've fallen down many times, but I got mad hard. You see, I'm in it to win it.
All right, YouTube, we're back. Another day, beautiful day too. Nice and sunny. It's a beautiful, probably 80 degrees, but we're back in Mexican Lee's therapy garage. I call it therapy garage because, like I say, for me it's therapy. What I do, turning wrenches, doing body work, paint, whatever the case may be, it's therapy to me, therapeutic for me to do these things. As I told you before, some things happened to me when I was younger. Back in 1990, I was shot doing things I shouldn't have been doing, but at the same time I was trying to save somebody from getting something happening to them, and in return I was the one that caught the bullet. So as I was younger, I was always busy, I was always doing things, so didn't bother me. What they call shell shock back then. So today it's called PTSD. So that is what I deal with. Anxiety. I got older, I slowed down, so now a lot of that bothers me. I deal with it. It's fine. So going to work, doing my job, that helps. But coming in the shop, that really does the therapeutical job for me. I don't know if that's a word or not, but that's what I'm gonna say. Anyways, that's why I love working on older cars, older things, anything really, but especially if it's an older car. That's what I love doing. It helps me deal and cope with issues that I'm dealing with. But on the other hand, I get to, put out some nice work. So move on from there. Today's the day that we do paint the frame. The frame is cleaned up. I didn't videotape it because it was all the same process over and over. I used paint stripper on all the rubberized bed liner coating I put on the front end. I did that 2 or 3 times. I had to scrape it, apply it, scrape it, apply it. So it would have just been a repeat of videos of the same step. So that I didn't videotape. The second part, the last part actually, that got to the frame, that got the frame the cleanest, a buddy of mine that does body work here, down here in Texas, he recommended that I use a product called navel jelly, which I ended up using to remove some of the rust on the frame. I didn't think it would actually do that good of a job when I watched some videos that people made. They say it didn't do what they thought it was supposed to do, or whatever the ad said it would do, but for me it worked. Let me see. Sorry the camera's so bouncy, but this is what I used. Loctite navel jelly rust dissolver. I ordered it on Amazon. I ordered about 8 bottles, 6 or 8 bottles. I didn't know how much I was going to need, but it really did the job. Took a lot of it off. Didn't take it off 100% in every single spot. You see in the background, my son's working on his Regal. He put new brakes on it yesterday, and now he's putting rear shocks on it. So you'll hear some wrenches getting turned in the background. That's what he's doing. But let me turn the camera around and show you what I got. Okay, so remember, like I said, the metal was really good. It was in really good condition. There were no holes. Nothing had to get repaired. So everything is really clean. I wasn't expecting to get this clean of a job out of this frame. A lot of my friends are telling me to plate it while I have it down to this bareness, but I'm not putting hydros on this car. I'm not putting big rims on it. Like I said, if the biggest that I would go on this car is maybe a 20x8 deep dish wire wheel, but I'm shooting for 17x9s. But we'll see. That's still up in the air. But for the most part, man, this thing came out really clean. I might have overdone it, but that's just me. I just like doing that kind of work. So I was gonna paint it last night just to get it over with, but I figured I'd wait till today. My arms were real heavy, numb, tired from all the wire wheeling. But this is what we're gonna start with. So now we're gonna wipe it down with some thinner, get it cleaned off real good. I already blew everything out. The tubes, I already blew everything out real good. Shouldn't really be no more leftover rust in there, but I'll do it one last time. So let me get to wiping her down. I'm not gonna put that on video. I mean, I'm just using lacquer thinner on a rag. Just gonna wipe it down real good. I will tack rag it before I paint it, but I'll start the camera, get you back on once I get to painting. And this is what I'm using. Like I told you before, Tamco Monocoat 1K coating matte, or the black matte. So that's what I'm putting on the frame. But I'm gonna cut you off and then we'll cut you back on here in a little bit, YouTube. Thanks. All right, YouTube, we're back. Go ahead and shake up this paint. Like I said, it's Tamco Monocoat 1K coating. So I didn't tack rag the frame. I don't think I need to. I blew it all off after we wiped it down with thinner, and it looks really, really clean, really smooth. So we're not going to use that. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go ahead and crack these open. See what we got. Mix it up a little bit. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut you off for a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera for my son and go ahead and try to do this one-handedly, maybe. But I may have him follow me around with the camera. So I may put these other cans in the paint shaker. I don't know yet. I just kind of wanted to stir this to see the consistency of it first. Viscosity or whatever it's called. But it looks pretty thick. It looks way better than the Pour 15. I used that on a previous project and that stuff was way too thin. So this is mixed and ready. So I am going to have you follow me with the camera, just so I can put a little bit on first. And then I'll set this down on a bench near me. Hopefully I don't spill it. Let me just do a section over here first, just so we can see how it goes on. First time using this, so bear with me. I was gonna spray it, but I didn't want to spray it because I didn't want to have a lot of overspray in my shop. I didn't want to put a lot of product in the air. I'd rather have it on the actual part that we're doing. They say it levels out on its own, so we'll see. Should have put paper down. I didn't think about that, but it's alright. It looks like it levels out on its own. Really, really nice. Goes on really good. It's not super thin, so I'm gonna make sure I get all the cracks, crevices. Yeah, that does flow out and level out really nice. All right, let me take over. So again, like I said, man, that stuff, you can't even tell you put it on really with a brush. Nice and thick. I think I'm really, really gonna like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off for a little bit. I'm gonna get to putting on more. I don't want this stuff to dry up on me. So let me cut you off. We'll cut you back on here in a little bit, YouTube. All right, YouTube, we're back. Got it painted. Came out really good, I think. I got some runs in it, but of course I did it with a brush. So everywhere that had holes in the frame, you know, it builds up the product inside that, and then it'll end up coming back out. So I do have runs on it. I don't care. It's going to be a daily driver. I just want the frame to last some years, be clean, be easy to clean. And we'll see. I don't know how resistant to chips that this paint is, but we'll find out. On my Caprice that I did, it had it was powder coated. The frame was powder coated, and it chipped really bad. So even rust started coming through. So I don't know if the guys that powder coated it just didn't do a good job, or if powder coat is not the thing on a daily driver. So this car by far is not, like I said, going to be a show car. So the drips, the runs that are in this paint, I do not care. But man, this paint went on really, really good. Thumbs up to the Tamco Monocoat. I will be using that again on my Impala frame, but with that one, I will spray it. I'll shoot it because I don't want the runs in that one. It's not going to be a show car, but it's going to be clean daily with hydros, really clean paint. That's going to be Tamco paint as well. So let's let me see what else. I think that's all. I did paint it with the brush again, like I said. I did do two coats on the outsides of the frame where you can see mostly, but everywhere else I did it really, you know, decently thick to where it should, once it dries, it should be there and be there for a long time. I may go back over it with the second coat on the bottoms and on the inside, but for now I love the way it looks. She's drying, but it looks like every single spot that I could get, I got the best I could. So let's flip this camera around and show you what we got. So again, I know people are going to say, oh man, you got paint runs in it. Like I said, it's not a show car frame. I really don't care about the runs. As long as the product's on there and it's nice and decently thick, that's all I really cared about. And as far as coverage went really well. See, you can see the sags and runs, but I put that stuff on thick. So it went on really, really well. I wish I could have actually had something to spray on the inside of the frame rails, but it's all good. So everything is coated. So now we'll let her dry for a few days. Once she dries, Then I'll set her back down on the rack. It's outside right now, but I'll set her back down in that rack, and I'll get to doing the A-arms, uppers and lowers, and start stripping those, getting them ready so I can paint those. And the spindles, I am going to paint with this paint as well. Springs I'm not going to paint because they were brand new, so the paint that came on them from Moog they still look brand new. I'm not going to mess with those springs. The sway bar I'm going to do, and then after that we'll start putting it together once everything dries. So that's it. Facebook, god dang, that's it, YouTube. I'm so used to going live on Facebook. So, but man, this stuff came out really nice. Very satisfied. So this is it. That's what did the job. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get something to eat, watch a few movies, and I'll let you know when I do the next video. It'll probably be when I get to doing the suspension parts. Then I'll make a new video for that. And I do have the rotors, the tie rods, that stuff I did soak. Oh, the calipers I did soak in the evaporust. So these I have to actually flip upside down, that way I can do the bottom sides. The calipers came out great. No rust, zero rust. So those will be getting painted. And then the rotor, I'll paint this part, all this section, and then the fans. And we'll just leave that section bare, of course. But, all right, on to the next video. Thanks for watching.
I'ma soon forget. So fuck between the lines, I'ma write a new set, a new beginning. Reflecting on the times that were that hard. I've fallen down many times, but I got mad hard. You see, I'm in it to win it.